Bless is with us in Indianapolis. Hi, Bless. How are you?
I'm great. Yourself?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, so here's the deal. I'm currently engaged to my fiance. We've been together for 5 years, but she has 3 wonderful children, one of which has a lot of special needs. The biggest issue with us getting married is that he's on Medicaid, and if we get married, he loses that. So
he loses it due to your household income being too high.
That's correct. Yes.
What do you make?
So I make $70 a year.
What does she make?
She's a stay-at-home.
Okay, so that's why the kid she has no income right now.
Exactly, that's correct.
Okay.
She does. She's got child support, and she does get SSI for him. So her monthly is about.
But I mean, as far as the calculation for his SSI, she's allowed, if I remember, it's about $3,000 a month that she can make without canceling out his SSI. And so by your household income going to 70, it cancels it out. He'll lose the SSI and the Medicaid. See, SSI and Medicaid are set up for not special needs. They're set up for welfare.
Right.
For people that are too broke to eat.
But the problem is because of his needs, he was born with a heart defect, so his bills get really, really, really high. And I wouldn't doubt that his last surgery probably broke the millions.
Do you have health insurance through your work?
I do, yes.
Can you not add your family to it?
I could, but I'm not sure how that would affect a pre-existing condition.
It's Obamacare, dude. You can add them.
Okay.
Pre-existing or not. You need to talk to your health insurance people and your HR benefits and make sure. But I think you can add them, your whole family, to your health insurance plan. You make $70,000 a year, and this family of with 3 kids and this lady are your family. And they're going to be taken care of by your health insurance plan and by your income, and so they're getting off of welfare.
Right. Okay.
That's what it means. I mean, I'm not being cold. That's just what it means. Medicaid is for people who don't have an income. It's welfare.
Right.
And it's not evil. It's not horrible. It's where she was, but we're not going to not get married and live in the same house so we can keep her on welfare.
Right.
That's morally wrong.
So then by us getting married, I can put them on my insurance, and his medical condition should be covered in full, or
should be. It should be, but double check that. You don't have to take a radio, guys. That's like you said. It's $1 million question. You don't take my advice on it. You check it out for yourself. But it should be the pre-existing conditions can be added under Obamacare.
Now say that it's not covered in full, and we still wouldn't be able to cover the difference. Like if there's like a copay or
well, you cover the copay. You can handle a copay.
Okay. Yeah. Or what about like the 70-80 split or stuff like that?
That's the copay.
Okay.
Let me tell you. Okay, insurance has 3 numbers, health insurance, and learn about these 3 numbers when you talk to your HR group. Okay.
Okay.
Number 1 you're familiar with is the deductible.
Right.
And you pay 100% until you meet the deductible. You know that, right?
Right.
Number 2 is the copay, and it's typically 80-20. They pay 80%, you pay 20% once you've hit your deductible. The third number is the important one in this discussion that'll give you a lot of peace, and that's called stop loss.
Stop loss, okay.
And that's your max out of pocket. What is your maximum out of pocket? And typically it's going to be who do you work for? What kind of company? Just don't tell me who, but what kind of company do you work for?
I'm a truck driver.
Okay, for over the road or in town?
Regional local.
Okay, is the company a trucking outfit? Or do you drive for somebody that's like a Walmart or something like that?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so they probably got good insurance. Which means your stop loss, your max out of pocket is probably in the neighborhood of 10 grand, maybe 20 grand. Okay? And so that if this kid goes in and has $1 million surgery, your 80-20, your deductible, everything added up, when it hits that stop loss, it stops and they pay 100% after that. And so if it's $1 million and you have a stop loss of $10,000, you pay $10,000, they pay $990,000. And that's the three numbers you need to understand. And then the last thing you need to understand is I'm getting married to a lady who has a child with some special needs. What what pre-existing conditions are how does that work with our policy here at work? And let HR tell you that, and let them send you the brochures showing you in writing that this kid is going to be covered after 3 months, or this kid is going to be covered after a year, or this kid is going to be covered from day one. Somewhere in there is probably what you're going to find. I suspect you probably can solve this problem.
And that actually is my concern, Dave, is I just hear him doing the math in his head on this relationship. And he's marrying somebody with a special needs child. He's in love with somebody, saying, I'm pledging myself to her.
And the kid.
For better or for worse. And those kids. And if at the end of the day, before he pulls the trigger and gets married, if he says, well, if that just gets too expensive, then fill in the blank, then he needs to get out and back out and walk away.
Well, that's a possible, but I didn't hear that. What I heard was I want to make sure I can do my job. Okay. And I don't want to set myself up where I can't take care of this kid. I said I'm going to take care of him, and then if it's $1 million, I can't do it.
That's exactly right. Okay.
And I want to make sure I can do it.
Okay.
I'm giving him.
That's a much more noble approach than
yours was. Yeah,
that's right.
But that's okay. It could be either way. You don't. If it is dollars and cents, then walk. And this is the problem, though, with the Medicaid, SSI, the whole welfare system, is it encourages people to not be married.
Or it disincentivizes people from, right.
Yeah, same thing. The incentive is not to get married because it screws up everything. And
or it's seen as a forever instead of a stopgap, right?
Yeah, well, and if you don't have another way to cover a child that has a potential $1 million operation, it is forever until you find a way to cover it.
That's right.
So you got to take care of the babies. But I'm pretty sure that he can get this child insured. Yeah. I might be wrong, but I don't think I am. And especially if he's working for a big regional or a big national company that he happens to be driving truck for. And they probably have a sweet plan. That would be my guess. And even if it's a little bit expensive, do it anyway.
Right.
Do it anyway. Even if it costs you, $300 more a month, and that hurts a little bit. Do it.
Right.
That's good. That's good. Because the family that is married and committed economically will out-prosper the family that is shacked up. Statistically, every time.
Right.
Economists call it the marriage benefit. It actually causes economic lift to be married because on average, married people make more than shacked up people, household income, on average, nationally. And it could be socioeconomic. It could be what's the cause, what's the effect? You can argue that if you want to. But we do know, statistically, married people make more than shacked up people make on average, and a lot more throughout their life. It's the marriage benefit that's talked about. And so that's what I want for your family long term. But in order to do that, we have to solve the short term potential issue and make sure that this child is cared for, which is a noble thing.
Absolutely it is.
Very, very good stuff. So I have never in 30 years of being on this air shamed someone for being in Medicaid. And that includes a nursing home for Medicaid. But I will tell you that when you have the opportunity to not be in it, it is your calling to not be in it. So when you have the opportunity to buy long-term care insurance so you don't have welfare nursing home, which is the only way the government pays for it is Medicaid, then you should do that. You should do that. You should take care of yourself so somebody else doesn't have to take care of you.
Right.
That's pretty basic personal responsibility stuff, and I've said that all along.